It is 8:17 a.m. Wednesday the 23rd. The market did rally, kept rallying overnight, and now we're above the 18 MA on the daily, so the bias is now bullish. Unless they close under that today, the bias is bullish. Okay? So right now it looks like a move up, sideways correction, and a further move up. That's what it looks like. All right, typical ABC kind of pattern. If this is a C wave, it should start gaining some real momentum, and we should top out probably around 56.50 or so. That's the top of this candle here. Probably around there. That's also where the upper Bollinger Band is going to be. We haven't visited the upper Bollinger Band in a long time now. Last time was way over here. So that's the bullish, okay? And I'm leaning that way unless they lose the 18 MA. If they lose the 18 MA, then we can look at it differently. So let me look at the 2-hour chart. This is the alternate scenario, which is, okay, yeah, it looks bullish, but it's not. We are simply in this trading range from these lows to these highs. We can go up higher, which probably we will, but if they can't get over this range, if they can't get over these highs and hold, then we might reverse and come back to the bottom of the range again, and perhaps farther. All right, so we're still range bound. So that's what the bears are looking at. Well, nothing has changed. We're still in the same vicinity, and it's true. The RSI is quite high at this point, but during C waves, they can become absolutely extreme, and we haven't gotten there yet. If you close today underneath the Bollinger Band, or excuse me, the 18 MA, if we close under this today, then chances are we are going down to the lower part of the range again. As far as a potential Elliott wave count, you could say that this is a C of B, and that means that you've had an A wave. This ABC is pretty obvious, and you are just going sideways for B, and this is the top of B right here. And then after B, you have a C down, right? So you have your A wave, and then sideways B, right? Let's say it's up to here, and then you could potentially have a C down. Possibly, I mean, I could see it either way. The RSI is warning that, this is quite high. It's possible. I'm just, getting over the 18 MA, if they don't get under it, this is not going to happen. You're not going to drop if you're not getting under the 18 MA. So if today they get under the 18 MA, let's find out exactly where that is. If they get under 53.50, basically, today, then this is just a quick move up to test the 18 MA, and it gets rejected immediately. Could happen, and if that's the case, we go down. All right, so that's the bearish alternative. VIX still at support here, so but it's under its 18 MA. Right? That hasn't happened on the VIX recently either. It's been holding it, and yesterday it lost it, and today it's continuing lower. So, I mean, technically it's leaning bearish, right? The VIX is leaning bearish. So, that's what you generally that will stick. But again, if the VIX somehow rallies from here, it is at support. If it rallies from here and it starts getting over 33 today, today, it would have to be today, then this could be a false breakdown. And you could have a rally up to the gap on the VIX, which is right now at 37. It's possible. So I could see it either way, but right now I'm leaning bullish on the indexes because of this right here. And also, let's just take a look at the pattern without the Bollinger Bands for a second. I mean, yeah, it could be exactly the opposite of if they don't break down here and they start rallying, it could be that this is also, it's true, It could be some kind of a B wave, an A wave, a B wave, and then you have a C up. It could. It could. But like I said, when you're under the 18 or when you're under the 18 MA, like on the VIX, you're under the 18 MA, the bias is down on the VIX and the bias would be up on the indexes. And I think they're going to rally at least until the open. Maybe we get a reaction then and see what happens. If they pull back to the 18 MA, it should be a buy. 18 MA is 53.50. So if they pull back after the open, if they people take profit, I want out. I'm good. That's enough. If it pulls back to the 18 MA, and it holds, they bounce from it and it starts holding, well, we're going higher, probably a couple more 100 points. If they get under this 18 MA and really can't bounce and it starts falling without much bouncing, then we're in a C wave down. Okay, but if they come back to the 18 MA, I don't know if they will, but if they come back to the 18 MA and they bounce away, it should start gaining much more momentum higher. And we should be, by the end of the week, I would think, be up by 5,600. All right, that's it. Everybody have a great trading day. Bye-bye.